Hello, I'm Quinn Kumfer, owner of Treeboy Productions here in Wells County. It's been a while since I've been on this side of the camera chatting with you all. I'm pretty sure even Steve from Blue's Clues has seen a little more screen time than me. In the last 2 years, we've put together projects celebrating the beacons of our community, shining the brightest in what was the darkest time many of us have ever faced. Whether it was applauding healthcare workers for being literal superheroes, helping businesses pivot and announce new strategies thanks to the lockdown, kids drive-by parades because they couldn't have a birthday party, buying school supplies for dozens of classrooms, getting people to hang Christmas lights in March, shining a light on the drug epidemic in our area, putting together a call to action for those suffering from domestic violence, and even creating a virtual walkthrough of downtown Bluffton as a safety net in case there was another lockdown, and so much more. As a kid, I wanted more than anything else to be a hero. I've always just wanted to help people. Now, I can't exactly fly or shoot lasers from my eyes or even look great in spandex, but what I can do is, well, this. I can use what I know to help those around me. It's all any of us can do. Whether it be volunteering at a shelter, collecting coins for a spare change drive, if you name it, chances are you can be the one that does it. Speaking of spare change, it's about time I get off my soapbox and discuss the future of Treeboy Productions as we venture somehow into 2022. In 2020, we were everywhere. I made it a point to be as involved in the community as humanly possible. In 2021, it was kind of the complete opposite. At the end of 2020, I started booking weddings as a thing to do on the side every now and then to kind of help out brides who were impacted by the lockdown and couldn't have nearly as many guests at their wedding that they wanted. In 2021, we accidentally shot over 40 weddings, and as a result, we were awarded Fort Wayne newspaper's Reader's Choice Award for Best Videographer in the area. I'm extremely honored to have received this award because it's voted on by the people, not some, hoity-toity group of film critics or anything like that, voted on by you. And I can't thank you enough. Naturally, weddings now consume the majority of my weekend. I can't really be everywhere at once. In 2022, we are going to take a much more balanced approach to our production company. That means booking fewer weddings so that we can reallocate our time back into the community that got us to this level in the first place. With that being said, I'd like to finally announce how we are going to do just that. We are expanding our reach and are officially rebranding to simply Treeboy as our main company. Treeboy Productions is now a subsidiary company under the Treeboy banner. We're also starting a new endeavor under the Treeboy brand that we are calling Treeboy Processing. Treeboy Processing is another tool that will be utilized in ways that our area has never seen before. With your help, it'll continue to elevate Wells County to be the premier destination for businesses to grow. For example, did you know that every single time you pay with a credit or debit card, the person you are paying loses anywhere between 2.5% to 4% of that transaction simply because you decided to pay with plastic? Rewards cards are kind of the biggest reason why. I mean, do we really expect good guy MasterCard to reach into their pockets and kick you a few airline miles? Of course not. The humble coffee shop gets stuck with that bill instead. Sadly, it's one of the most corrupt industries in the world, and this area has never had a local business that could help them lower the insane costs to accept credit card payments. Until now. After months of negotiations with major banks, credit card companies, and the like, Treeboy Processing is now officially accepting new clients. So what, Quinn? You're just starting another business. How's that gonna help me at all? Why should I care? In typical Treeboy fashion, here is where we kind of fly off the rails. Treeboy Processing is going to dedicate 20% of their annual profits to a Shark Tank-esque sort of pitch night for those wanting to start their own businesses in Wells County. In order to be eligible for the grant, you must agree to be headquartered in Wells County for a minimum of 5 years. After the 5th year, you're free to take your business anywhere in the world. After all, if we're not able to convince you that Wells County is the place to keep your business long term after 5 years of operation in this county, then that's on us. We are going to hold this event every single year and rotate new judges in every year to determine who the winner of the grant will be. For the sake of transparency, I will personally never be one of the judges for this event. Judges will be business and community leaders from our own county. So I just want to take a second to explain how much money is potentially at play here. Before I started Treeboy Productions, I was actually in this industry. I spent all day driving from business to business, setting up credit card terminals and helping them combat the soaring costs of transaction fees. It was pretty common for businesses, even in our area, to be grossing over $1 million a year through credit card payments. Now, if you'll recall what I said earlier, businesses on average lose anywhere between 2.5% to 4% on any credit card transaction. That means every time you spend $1 and pay with plastic, that business loses anywhere between 2.5 to 4 cents on that transaction. Now take that times 1 million, and you'll see that these businesses end up paying $25,000 to $40,000 a year just for the right to accept a credit card at their place of business. Wouldn't it be nice if some of that cash was dumped right back into the community that business is in, instead of lining the pockets of billionaires thousands of miles away that could care less about you? The craziest part about all of this is that it's essentially risk-free. I can walk into any business in the county right now and switch them over to Treeboy Processing at no additional cost to them whatsoever. The businesses we are supporting won't pay a penny extra compared to what they have been paying, and they'll have the sense of ownership, knowing that they are the ones that are building up the community around them. With this grant, we are going to see a new substantial business pop up every single year in our own backyard. These businesses are going to be adding meaningful jobs to our economy and strengthening the community as a whole. In the last decade, Wells County has already made leaps and bounds in the revitalization of their communities. Together, we can continue to make this county a place that our grandchildren and their grandchildren are proud to call home. We owe it to those that have came before us and dumped their blood, sweat, and tears into the very ground we walk today. Treeboy Processing is ready to help Wells County take the next step and become the mecca for entrepreneurs across the state of Indiana. Simply need to call 260-273-6203, ask for Quinn, and I'll come to your place of business. We'll simply take a look at your statement at where you're currently processing at and how bad they're getting you on those transaction rates, and we'll go from there. This is a free consultation. It takes really no time at all. All I ask is that you come prepared, have that statement with you, that way I can compare it in a one-to-one sort of fashion. Thank you for your time, and as I mentioned, if you're interested in learning more, please call 260-273-6203 or email Quinn@treeboyprocessing.com. Thank you for your time today.